Welcome everybody. I am Caroline Rudderman and we are here at the end of the We Are One Summit, and we are here to do a world peace healing. This is a topic that is vast, is as expansive as the sky, but we're just going to allow our little drop of medicine to be part of this oneness, to be part of this healing. So we're not trying to change everything. We're just trying to put some blessings into the universe. So I'm going to begin. I'm a Reiki teacher and practitioner at heart. So that's where I'm going to begin. And I'm going to activate my symbol 3. If anyone is following along, feel free. And I'm sending Reiki to all of the plants, all of the trees, all of the life that is growing directly from the earth is where I'm going to begin. If you are a energy worker, a light worker, a visual artist, you can begin wherever you'd like. There you go. Yeah. Part of why I like to start with the plants and the trees is because that's where I always find myself. It's always where I find my perfect reflection. And maybe you look at the world chakras. Maybe use your third eye for that. We can analyze each other, but we can also analyze the collective, including the earth, including the land we live on. Beautiful. Yeah. There's no wrong way to do it. If aging and the fear of death is something that you are uniquely focused on, see if you can bring that to the collective, to the universal fear of death. Not everybody experiences that. It's a place where we're contracted or dysregulated. Beautiful. If you are worried or nervous about childbirth, go ahead and extend that to the universal experience of birth and creation. To that nervousness around expansion. What bigger expansion than to come into the human form and fight for all our limitations, only to be blasted back out again when we leave our physical. There you go. Beautiful. And exhale. And it's 100% okay if you are just bringing your full presence to this healing, to just watching the recording. There you go. This Reiki is going to be flowing through you, all around you as well. You can watch this world peace healing as many times, but we're really working on the collective. We're working on the collective expansion, on our relationship to plants, the ocean and its waves. Our internal ocean, right? We have tons of waves that flow through our body. Every time the heart pumps, who has ever tried or practiced craniosacral therapy knows that you're watching the rhythms between the base of the brain and the sacrum, and that pathway going back and forth. Beautiful. There you go. So I'm starting to send a collective healing to the root chakra, not only for plants and animals and humans, and also the earth. We don't have to exactly understand the direct translation of what the earth has for a chakra system. There you go. Exactly. Maybe you understand clearly, maybe you don't. And I'm just beginning to work my way up from the root chakra, slowly, slowly working into the sacral chakra for all animals, all humans, the collective, as well as planet Earth. And this just feels like, oh, that was eons ago. That was ancient creation. There you go. Yeah. The Earth and her ecosystem looked very different a billion years ago. Right? When fish were coming onto land. Beautiful. Whew. I just felt my crown chakra open up. Beautiful. And I'm just here showing you my process. You can follow along, or you can just rest in the energies, or you can totally do your own thing. We're here to come together in joyful awareness, in a space where we can just feel seen and heard and rest. If your body needs medicine, take your medicine. Take your rest. Take those capsules. Take that blue sky in. There you go. What I'm working on right now feels a lot like the pregnancy and the postpartum. Like what happens after we give birth, but on the collective. Your individual response to that question is perfectly valid. No one has to know but you and me. Exactly, and all of us combined. Yeah, sometimes this is a collective knowledge that we're tapping into, and that answer just comes forward. That's not your responsibility. We're just starting to move up through, gently, gently raising up through the second chakra. Just starting to enter the third chakra. This is our power center, our will, our confidence, our digestive center. Yeah, and all it feels like is that bubbly, like, ooh, I don't like that. That bubbly digestive fire that's kind of dampened. self-doubt, by worry. By asking for something that we desire and then not really liking or being open to the outcome. Sometimes when we start making a lot more money, our life totally changes. It's like, wow, I didn't forecast this person was going to exit my life and that this person was going to become quite needy or resentful. There you go. Exactly. Sometimes those dynamics change when we step into our light. You got it. Whoa. Beautiful, guys. Really nice job. We're working on everybody. The thing about the third chakra is that it's not just one thing. It's the sum of the moving parts. It's the awareness of everything going on around us while we hold steady. It's the merry-go-round while we still become the motor of the whole of the whole thing, of that whole ride. Nothing needs to change here. We just stay present for all of the circulation. And exhale. I'm working on you as the individual as well as the collective. You are part of the collective. We're starting to make our way slowly out of the third chakra and moving into the fourth. Everything that you saw from the heart's perspective is completely accurate. No judgment. I wonder what if we all lived from our heart perspective. If we were able to see from here, feel from here, breathe from here, be still from here, what would happen? I just feel so much like stretching and straining from here, stretching and straining. Ugh, just trying to fight your way out of a balloon. No one's asking you to change, but to be open to new rhythms. new sensations, new recognition, new awareness. One of the things that I've noticed over the years of teaching and doing healing arts is that sometimes a new awareness comes in, and then our brains go into overdrive and say, oh my God, and then I'm going to have to do this, this, and this. Sometimes we get this realization that, like, oh, I'm not super happy in this marriage. I'm not super thrilled with this job. And then our brains go into overdrive. Sometimes it's okay to just have the realization and to be there. Actions don't need to be taken immediately. We don't have to, the expression of put the cart before the horse, right? We can just be there with that information. The heart dimension is a really exciting place. It's a really beautiful place. And it's also a place when we're in that dimension that can elicit our fear response very quickly. There we go. We're slowly starting to move up from the fourth chakra, the heart, towards the fifth, to the throat. Why is it that you wish for peace? Why is it that you wish for peace within yourself? Answer that question for yourself. As a recognition that you are only the center of your universe. There you go. Yeah, right now it feels like I'm working at the upper heart. You don't have to have an answer. You might feel the answer. Confusion or not knowing is just the brain's way of trying to arm wrestle control. So you can just allow that question to kind of be floating around. There we go. Now we're starting to come up to the throat chakra. What it feels like for me is that almost as if when you're on an elevator and the different floors, and it's like ding, you pass the second floor, ding, you pass the third floor, and there's that space where you are between the floors. That's kind of how the energy is rising as I'm watching it. I'm not directing it. There you go. What I'm hearing is that it's pointless to speak when we don't know our heart. And it's not about the like trusting ourself process. It's more about sorry, I'm kind of listening and reinterpreting. That's always where I get a little stuck, when I start to reinterpret. The voice in an ideal scenario comes from the root. The voice in an ideal scenario comes through the soul. The voice in an ideal scenario comes through the heart. These dimensional pathways, those are like 3 different sidewalks that you can take on your walk home from school. The voice by itself is an expression of art. It's an expression of emotion. It's the place where we not only babble and make sounds, it's the tool that we use, not from gaining knowledge, but from expressing the truth. Beautiful. Exactly. It's the ears and the third eye that we begin to understand from the outside, from knowledge from the outside. Beautiful. And exhale. We're just beginning to move from the throat, slowly starting to move up through the jaw. As we're moving towards the third eye, but we're kind of in between the elevator floors right now. Gorgeous. There you go. And this is for the plants and the animals as well. This is not only human-centric. I'm just communicating this verbally with you, who are probably human-shaped. There you go. You got it. Yeah, there's some feline energy coming in. Those big wild cats are coming in. Those sleeping lions, those cheetahs, those bobcats. Yeah. Yeah, it's the energy of rainbows. Here we go. Now we're up to the third eye. And it's totally okay that when you are doing a lot of energy work, even when we're working distantly like this, it's okay to wiggle and adjust, because I often find that when there's a lot of energy moving, that it's hard to stay perfectly still. When I'm in that space of real clear awareness meditation, like that central channel is like bloop, the posture is perfect and it's effortless. But when you're still in a space of being connected to the body and you're still dropping in, it's okay to wiggle and adjust. One of the things that I am noticing is that the third eye feels like it's been overworked. We're relying too heavily on the center right now. It's not just the third eye, it's the brain, it's the organ of the eyes. It's trusting that what we see is reality. Beautiful, exactly. This is the overthinking, but it's very much taxing the third eye as well. It's eye strain. It's a little bit of the like, I can't get out of my head. Yeah. So this is a space, if your eyes are bothering you, if your brain is a little bit on overdrive, we've all been there, this would be a time where you can just lay down and place a eye pillow or a warm, wet washcloth or something like that to kind of soothe the eyes. Cucumbers, right? Little slice. The eyes are a very quick way to calm down the brain. Which is why the float tanks or the sensory deprivation tanks are really, really nice, because it can just allow you to exist in darkness if that's what you want. It really does let your brain recalibrate. There you go. And we're just starting to move just a little bit up towards the 7th chakra, towards our spiritual center, towards our connection to the divine. This is where ideas pop in, where music flows through. Ideas. Beautiful, exactly. Our awareness that we are part of the bigger picture. Part of that web of interconnectedness. Gorgeous. Feels a little bit like the center is been very narrow, And it's almost kind of being affected by our breath as well. It feels like there's a little bit of like panic that's narrowing and anxiety that's narrowing it. So if you are also experiencing a little bit of panic, the heart chakra is always a place that you can keep opening and softening, and also the crown. It's another quick exit for some of that emotional energy to release. Beautiful. Oh, there we go. And We're sending this Reiki to the whole Earth's body, and that includes our body. We come from the Earth, the whole Earth's body. The plants, the trees, the mountains, the rivers, the lakes, the oceans, birds and animals, and ourselves. I want to thank you for being willing to participate in this. I really appreciate that you have sat with me during the We Are One Summit, and I hope that you enjoyed the many guests and speakers. It's been an honor spending time together, and I really respect your desire to learn and to grow and to be here with me. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. My information is in the description, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, wherever you are. Be well.